Trekking, heavier traveling light. There's one thing that's right wherever I go. That's where I am.
It was there when you first came.
Yes,
there it is.
We're back.
There it is.
So I guess in Riverside, once I'm in the studio, I can't change the microphone, and I plugged it in as I was already in.
I see.
Who knew?
Riverside.
Riverside,
everybody. In case you're wondering how all this magic happens, it's your friends at Riverside. Right now, use the promo code Zoltan, and they actually charge you more. That's the deal. The deal
Riverside. You want a discount? Jump in the river. Riverside. It's not StreamYard. It's a river. All streaming has to be water-based. Get it? I just realized that as I was saying it.
Sign up with promo code Cement Slippers, and if you don't pay your first month's bill, Vinny's going to come by in a van.
We'll zoom you right into the ocean. I don't know why that one's not water-based.
Who knows? How are you, bud? We haven't gotten to do this in a while.
I know, man. I'm happy. I'm excited to be here, bud. The longer that it goes where there's no show, I start to go, did I say something last time that pissed him off? No, obviously. But that's just where my head always goes. I'm like, yeah, I definitely did something wrong.
I think that's everybody. Every time there's a gap, like we had a couple friend that we were hanging out with for, it was like we were hanging out a lot, and then we just got busy, and then we stopped hitting them up. And then we hung out with them in Vegas, and I'm like, oh, is that going to be weird? Like, is it going to seem like we just cut them off after a while? And then we hung out with them, and they had just moved, which we knew, and they're like setting up their new house. They're like, their life's chaos because they're moving and setting up the new house. So they thought that, they were doing the thing we were doing to them to us. Like, we were both on the same page. We're like, oh, yeah, we probably haven't hit them up. How rude of us. And I'm like, we thought the same thing, but of us. And it's just, we're all in our own dumb heads, and we don't know what's going on. That's why people buy guns. Because no one knows what's going on. And then they're like, well, I guess I better get a gun because I haven't called to see if everything's okay.
Never has that thought crossed my mind more than it has in the last 6 months. Should I? Should we? Should we all?
Should we? It's been interesting how everything's flipped from the side that was usually I'm not for firearms. It's like, dude, what if an unmarked van shows up and these guys with masks just pile out? Should I return fire? I mean, I don't know. It's fun. It's a good time to be alive.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. Fun for me as the, what I will call the ideal in their mind race.
Well, yeah.
Straight white man, born in America, which apparently is not. Why are we doing this? We can move on.
Yeah. I know.
What are we talking about here?
Dude, it makes everybody sad. It makes everybody sad.
It's so unavoidable.
It's unavoidable, and I've been doing my best to avoid it. I've been, we went to Vegas 2 weeks ago, which we missed you on.
I couldn't go.
It was extremely expensive. My poor friends had to mortgage their houses to get a hotel room for the week.
Dude, crazy.
They ended up finding decent lodging at the Golden Nugget, but it was expensive. And we ended up going to the Aria. I splurged. I turned it into like a work vacation thing.
Sure.
I think we broke even. I don't know. But we went to the Aria. Honestly, kind of overrated. I've never stayed at this. It was kind of beat up. It was kind of like the room was a little beat up. The sink wouldn't drain. It was it looked like it was nice when it opened. At least our room and the hallway to our room. But it looked like some people had been rough with the room.
I remember seeing this thing built the first time I went to Vegas.
Aria.
I don't know if it was the first time I went, but it was very early on, and it's like it was being constructed probably like in 2008 or something like that, and it was like the best, biggest, new, and that's not that surprising to hear. I'm scared for Vegas. It's like gonna die.
I think it's gonna shrink. It still felt busy.
Yeah, I might have overspoke. You can't if you Atlantic City's being holding on by a thread, but it's still got a heartbeat. So they've tried to kill it. They put a bullet through that thing's head, and they're still like, no, we got Guy Fieri's burgers. Come on in.
You can't think of all the cities just in the United States that have been declared dead over the years, just in our lifetime. Detroit maybe is the best example, and Detroit's having they've been saying it's having a revival for the last, I don't know, at least 5 years. And the last time I went, I had a great time. Downtown's awesome. They have all their sports stadiums down there. I had a weird walk from the hotel to the club where I was being paced by one of those pedal bars where there's like a bunch of people wooing. Yeah. And it was just me and them just kind of walking in unison to the club I was heading to, which is weird. But there's people down there having a good time. There's stuff. I think that's going to happen in Vegas. They're just going to maybe close a few of the casinos, and then some will stay, and then who knows?
But that's the problem, though, is that the industry is built on casinos.
Right.
Like the city is a casino city. Detroit, it's not like they're building GM factories all over the country where you can go get your car built.
Right.
But that's what's happening in Vegas is that New York's downstate's getting a license. Like there's so many. But when Philly got their license, that's kind of when Atlantic City started going like, oh, we're screwed here. And Connecticut, Mohegan Sun, all these places started popping up. And then like, why am I going to go to Atlantic City?
Yeah, why do you
I could go get COVID somewhere else.
But where else am I going to play $10 blackjack at noon with a plumber from Missouri other than Las Vegas? I mean, there's like little... Listen, you can get barbecue anywhere. I can go down the street here in San Diego and get barbecue. Is it great?
No.
But it's there.
But it's barbecue. Is it good? Yeah, probably.
But then when I go to a city like Austin, or I got Kansas City coming up, different hot spots for barbecue. When I go over there, there's like a local flair and culture that makes it just seem a lot better, and the food's a lot better. And I think that's with Vegas. Yeah, dude, there's a bunch of casinos in San Diego, Indian casinos, Native American, whatever you call the casinos, but they don't have.
George Carlin once said, he goes, "I don't call them Native Americans because that's more insulting. Why would we call them Native Americans when it wasn't America when we got here?"
That's true.
It's like, yeah, that's actually like the most offensive thing you could think of. Calling them the thing that you're about to force on them. Sick, dude.
But wow. Yeah. What a genius that guy was.
And funnily enough, the reason it was so expensive in Vegas this weekend or that weekend was because of Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
So 2 days ago, I had 3 guys that were at the Mr. Olympia recording here in the studio. And I was I was supposed to be out there and I couldn't go. The one guy was like, he's like higher up in the Spartan run thing. He's like a partner with them.
Yeah.
He had to stay at a Motel 6. He's like, and it was like $300 a night.
Yeah. Dude, it was busy in certain parts. And then it was also, and I actually watched a video on YouTube about this because they're like, the downtime in Vegas is subtle because you look out there and there's still people walking around. There's still people at every table. It's just there are a lot of video slot machines open to sit down at. Yeah. The card tables are busy, but there's a lot of the other things. There isn't as big of a line to go to certain restaurants. There isn't as many people playing video poker. Like those things are down. So it's like a subtle difference, even though it seems like I still have to go around a bunch of tours to get to the thing I wanted to go do.
Right.
But no, I mean we had a great time. We went and saw Shin Lim at the Venetian.
I saw Shin Lim when I was there last time with you.
Oh,
I was there for a corporate before, and I stuck around, but I saw Shin Lim, and it was amazing.
Dude, I gotta tell you the story. We missed the first 15 minutes. We were there, but we had an issue. So I don't know how much he's changed the show since you watched him. Did your show open with a group trick with the deck of cards that you all right.
Yeah.
You know, remember how, all right, so for everybody else, it starts with the group trick. Everyone has like a small deck of cards at their seat, and then you do it together, and he's like, now open it, now you rip it, now throw it over your shoulder. And he goes, be careful, there's people behind you. we got an 8-year-old kid in front of us, like 8 or 9, young, and he throws his like a ninja star, dude. Just whoosh, hits Emma right in the eye, right in her open eye, bullseye, boom. She goes down, like yells in this, like it's like a quiet, it's all moody, it's magic. And then, you know how like when you're frustrated, sometimes you yell something that doesn't make any sense? But she yelled very loudly, who the hell brings a kid to a magic show? and she was like very hurt, like her eyes are like, it looks like she's crying because her eye got all watery. And then, but I had to back her up because I'm her husband. I was like, yeah, who brings a child to a magic
kids and magic? What are we going to do? What are we going to send them next? To a monster truck race?
What are these kids doing at a Chuck E. Cheese? They're ruining the ball pit.
Who brings their kids to a McDonald's play place? While we're at it.
I wish she wasn't tired from last night. She could corroborate the story, but
that's so funny.
But we had the rest of the show was good, and the reason we picked Shin Lim on the drive out there, Emma was like, we should go see a magic show. We've seen so many other different shows. We should see what magic's going on. And she's like, who should we see? And I was like, I mean, like Copperfield's the legend. And so she looked up reviews for Copperfield and like, because he's older and he's doing 2 shows a night. That's incredible. He's the man's 70. He's doing 2 shows every night. And, but the reviews are kind of like, yeah, he's a little jaded. He's moving a little slow. The tricks are kind of dated. He doesn't seem into it. And after I saw Shin Lim, who's very into his show, he's like a real performer. I was like, I kind of want to see a jaded magician.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I just come out there like, he's like, is this your card? And everyone's like, and he's like, of course it is. I've been doing it 50 years. And he just kind of throws it off to the side. Like, I'd be into that.
I want to see him like in the retirement stage where he's like or like maybe he's been sued too many times. And like this is just like kind of how Bruno Mars has to perform for free for how many years because of his debts.
Yeah,
like or his alleged debts.
No, it's like we had a cab driver tell us about Bruno. I mean, like if a cab driver in Vegas knows about your $50 million debts at the MGM, I think everybody knows. You
know who's great in Vegas? Piff the Magic Dragon. Seems ridiculous, obviously.
I've seen him. He tours. I see him on comedy club calendars.
Yeah, so he has a Vegas residency. That's like where he's at all the time, but then he'll go on the road. But the thing about him that makes it so funny and so good is that, so I went and saw a magic show like 4 nights ago, this last Friday or something, last Thursday, in New York, an off-Broadway show called Amaze, which it was fine.
Yeah.
Was I amazed? No. Did I have a great time? Absolutely. Well, actually, that's not true. There was a couple things I was like, what the hell just happened? But the... man, I completely just lost what I was talking about.
Piff the Magic Dragon.
Piff.
Yeah.
So there were so many moments in this guy's show where he would bring a kid up on stage or this lady up on stage and they would say something that is like, you or I would be like salivating to like respond in like the right way. But he just kept barreling through his script. Like he never deviated.
Oh, wow.
Right? Like this kid said his name and then the guy said it wrong. And he goes, no, it's this. But the name, the wrong name was so many opportunities for like, well, that doesn't make sense. Piff, the 50% of his show was riffing.
Oh, okay.
And like having those moments with people he brings up on stage and like making the show very unique.
Right.
And that's what, and the magic is just as good.
That's great.
So like, I think that the most successful magic in the future will be, or now is like, you got to be able to riff. You got to be able to have those like interactive moments.
Kind of like,
because you're interacting, the whole thing's an interaction. Like, be better at it, you know?
Yeah. The amazing Jonathan, who, God rest he passed away. I'm pretty sure.
But did he?
I don't know.
But did he?
Just comes back.
Did you watched his documentary, right?
Amazing.
There's 2 of them. Did you watch both of them?
I watched one of them.
They were being filmed at the same time.
Oh my God.
And he didn't tell the other one about the other production crew. Steve Byrne was making one of them. Yeah.
He's like Ric Flair. I don't know. There was a famous story about Ric Flair where he was in money trouble, like real money trouble 20 years ago. And he had the original NWA heavyweight title belt. And he used that belt as collateral in 2 loans, or maybe 3 loans. And then he defaulted on those 2 or 3 loans. And now it went to court to see who the hell gets this belt that he put up as collateral. So he's just, and I forget what ended up happening. I think Vince McMahon came in and saved him with a bunch of money, but
better have.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing Jonathan thing where he's like, yeah, I'm shooting 2 documents. I wonder if they ever came in like 2 camera crews, like, what are you doing here?
They did. That happened. So one of the documentaries was supposed to be about him, but then it turned into like, this guy's nuts. Look, there's 2 competing. So that was like a part of the show.
Right.
Or part of the movie. So I think that ended up being Steve Burns' version. I can't remember. It's been a while, but it was really good.
I watched one of them, and the one I watched
was that the one where you saw him smoking crack?
Yes.
Yeah, that was great.
Was that the Steve Byrne one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because that one they do talk about the other documentary film crew.
Yeah, because he was talking about, he was like, he had, was it cancer? And he's smoking crack?
Yeah.
And I'm like, are we even trying to live here? Like, are we... Like, could you imagine his doctor is like, man, it's hard enough to fight the cancer, but you're over there smoking crack. Like,
what if crack was the answer, though?
What if that's what kept him? You know how they say like radiation really brings you down, because it is. It depletes all of your white blood cells. It's essentially killing you to save you. But then crack is like, hey, like it gives you that's that double shot of espresso that you need to get out there.
Those are the white rock cells. Hello. Hello. Is this on?
Bop, 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 bop. Oh, but speaking of things that made me happy while the world is going to hell, did you watch the John Mulaney, John Candy documentary?
You know what? I pulled it up last night.
Yeah.
John Mulaney?
Didn't Mulaney make it?
No, I think it was Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds made. Oh, I thought Mulaney made it.
Oh, I don't know. I definitely know Ryan Reynolds is involved.
Oh,
but I could be wrong. A couple things. One, I think my favorite movie of all time is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I think we've talked about that at nauseum.
Yes.
I pulled it up last night, and I didn't. I couldn't watch it because I just wasn't emotionally ready.
Oh, yeah.
I pulled it up and I was like, can't do it today. I started the opening sequence. I was like, can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I watched it on a flight and I had a cocktail and I just smiled and sobbed. Like not sobbed, but like wet eyes, and just smiled, and my jaw was locked for 2 hours. It was great.
No.
It was great.
I'm so excited.
Did you ever watch the movie Splash with Tom Hanks?
I mean, yeah, when I was like 10, maybe.
Same. So I actually forgot that John Candy was in there. One of my favorite scenes in the documentary, if you don't mind me spoiling just this one scene, there's a scene where he has to go play racquetball with Tom Hanks. And, John Candy, big guy, so he's supposed to be like, he's out of shape. He hates running around. But the night before the shoot, he went to the bar to have a drink, and he runs into Jack Nicholson. And Jack Nicholson's like, come on, let's have some drinks. So they end up just staying out all night, getting hammered. And so he comes in to do the most physical shoot of the entire movie, and he is legitimately hungover. And he has to run around this racquetball, and it just makes it so much funnier. You can see how pale he is, and he's hungover from drinking with Jack Nicholson. And he has to run around with a cigarette playing racquetball with Tom Hanks. It was.
And how do you say no to that, though?
You can't.
You can't.
Jack
I have to work tomorrow. Yeah. Jack Nicholson. Okay, I'm working right now.
Who's the guy that if you were like on a movie, let's say you're in the John Candy situation, you go to the bar. There it is. Yeah. Look at that.
I was trying to do a Nicholson impression.
With the sharp. He has like, he had like the perfect receding hairline for his angular face. Like everything pointed, everything on Jack Nicholson from hairline to eyebrows to nose to chin pointed at look at my genitals. Like it all it all pointed down. And you're like, how did he get all the ladies? I'm like, his whole face is an arrow. His whole face is an arrow for head to the belt, ladies.
Yeah, his whole face was a suggestion.
Yeah. But he had just such a great look. But like, yeah, if you were in that situation, you're at a bar, you just want to have a drink or two, and then you're like, I got a big monologue tomorrow. And then who's across the bar that's making you stay out all night?
Man, anybody? Like, I don't know if I have.
All right, better question. Who's across the bar that keeps you to 2 drinks and then you go to bed?
Okay, yeah, that's man, that's a long list. Yeah, I think I could be convinced to stay out pretty easily.
Yeah. Chris Collinsworth, I think, would get me back into I'm like, I'll just get out. I won't even finish my beer if I see Chris Collinsworth. The announcer, football announcer.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of like
Joe Buck.
The same for me.
Who else bothers me? I mean, I'm trying to
There's a lot of people that just in my life that I would be like, no thanks. There's a couple of people very quickly to be like, I got a big day tomorrow, and I have nothing.
Everyone that I went to school with that I am no longer in contact with.
Yeah, I slowly hide the bag of cocaine. No, I wasn't going to do anything tonight anyway. I just gotta go home. Gotta let the dog out.
I got Uber Eats ready. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know. But if I was at the bar and I looked across and there was like Doug Stanhope or somebody, yeah, I'd be like, I think I have to hang out with Doug Stanhope all night. And I want to leave, and I'm wearing, like, I want to drink so much with Doug Stanhope that as the night goes on, I slowly start swapping clothes with him. And then I end up leaving with the goofy suit jacket and the tie. And
a plastic jug of vodka.
Yeah, just pop off vodka. And I wake up the next day. I'm like, what happened? Oh, you hung out with Stanhope. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of miss. Yeah. I've been watching 80s movies to try to all the. I don't know. I wasn't alive. I was born in the late 80s, but the 80s seemed so lighthearted, and everything was just neon lights and very easy jokes and just fun. It looked fun. And so last night I watched Once Bitten, the Jim Carrey movie from 1985.
Yeah. That was his first one?
It had to be. I mean,
yeah, or maybe second one. I think Rubberface was the first one, and then
so he had a movie career, and then it like tanked, and then he did TV. He did the other SNL in Living Color.
I don't think I would say that he was like a movie star. I think he just like got a couple of small movie parts, and then did the big TV show, and then became Jim Carrey.
Right.
Okay. But he was in a movie called Rubberface, where it's just him doing. I think it was like built around him, and it's not a great movie, but as a Jim Carrey fan, he's another one that I would stay.
Yeah,
I would stay out and do mushrooms and peyote. I mean, whatever he's got, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I would love to hang out with 1980s or 1990s Jim Carrey. The Jim Carrey documentary that came out about him having to play Andy Kaufman. Mm-hmm. That one was, I'm like, oh, you've been rich for too long. You kind of like, remember he said he was like on the beach and he's like, Andy Kaufman talked to me, and I became Andy Kaufman. And then he messed with everybody on set on that movie. And as Andy and as the other character, Tony Clifton. Yeah. And I remember that Jerry Lawler almost beat him up on set. And Jerry Lawler in the interview goes, like, the thing Jim Carrey didn't understand is off camera, Andy Kaufman was so respectful to me and so nice. We were friends. But on set, Jim felt the need that he had to antagonize me and be a complete ass to me off camera because
he was doing kayfabe when it wasn't needed.
Yeah, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, the lights are off, pal. Could you imagine picking someone up backstage and slamming them through a table? Be like, this is the dressing room, dickhead.
Should calm down. Yeah, it'd be kind of like seeing Bert Kreischer without a shirt, but there's no podcast going on,
or with a shirt on stage. I'm sorry, is there a layer of the Cable Guy with sleeves? I'm sorry, what's going on here? Can you not? Can you not do that?
Yeah, can you, please, for the love of God.
He tells a great story about how the first time he did a big show, he bought a really nice shirt to do a meet and greet afterwards, and people were furious. And that's when he realized, he's like, I guess I just can never wear sleeves again.
I featured for him once, I think, when not long after he started doing the no shirt thing. And I remember, we didn't know each other. The club just booked me. And maybe the first show, he kind of looks at me and goes, I don't know what I've gotten myself into. And I go, what do you mean? And then he just took his shirt off and walked out on stage. And I go, oh.
Wait, Cable Guy or Bert?
No, this is Bert.
Oh, I thought you said Cable Guy.
No. I've done the Cable Guys podcast, but I've never or his Sirius XM show, but I've never opened for him. But no, Bert. This was at a club in Seattle in like 2015, I think, and It was when he first started. It was early days of taking shirt off, and you could tell he had the attitude of like, I don't get it, but I guess I'll do it. And then he just took his shirt off. And he's like, hey! And then it was just a bunch of guys with like flat-billed Monster Energy drink hats going, ah! And I'm like...
I mean, I guess how many houses can you afford before you're like, yeah, I don't care, I'll take my shirt off?
I mean, it's always the simplest thing that really connects with people. You know,
What article of clothing would you take off every time on stage? I mean, we're not talking about exposure here, but like, if you somehow became like people wanted to see you in your boxers, would you be like, I guess I'm just, and then, but now you have like 3 vacation homes, you fly private. Like, are you boxer Kaszas?
I don't know. You know what the problem with me is? I've watched so many.
Hold on. You got to give me a second here. You can't just say that. That did not let me riff on that.
Oh.
What is the problem? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. We barreled through that.
I guess I would, but also, and I mean this genuinely, I watch so many interviews with like superstars, guys like Kevin Hart, and who say things along the lines of, I will do anything to make it in this business. I don't have that. Like, the main thing I wanted out of this is I didn't want to go to work, and I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. And I kind of already have that at this level. And so if I start feeling like I'm not in control of what I want to do, I think it's gonna like make me do less. Does that make sense? Like, I don't have the I'll do whatever it takes mentality. Yeah. I used to have that when I used to go to work and I hated my job. I'm like, man, I would take any job. I used to be the mascot for the ball shavers, the Manscaped people. Yeah. Because I was like cobbling together paychecks.
Entertainment.
Because, dude, when you first start leaving your day job as a comedian, that day job is like nipping at your heels for those first few years, and you're just trying to create some distance from it. It's just right there. Like, you could fall right back into day job. Mm-hmm. So yeah, ball shaver company, whatever company that I was in communication with Backblade. They had a gimmick back in the day where they put a razor blade on a stick and you shave your back.
Oh, I did one of those.
Yes.
I did a commercial for them.
I remember there was a time.
You can probably still find it on their website or on their Instagram. You can probably still see me backblading.
There was a time in my career, not long ago, Mike, where I was in negotiation with both Manscaped and Backblade, and I was trying, without representation, to leverage the highest offer and going back and forth. And I was like, yeah, listen, ball shavers, the back shavers, they're offering me $60,000 a year.
Look, I could give you exclusivity, but only to certain body parts. Below, you can have below the belt. They get above the belt.
I remember staying in the basement of the Looney's Comedy Corner.
Meanwhile, you're living in a garage.
I was in a garage. I'm in a garage, and I'm negotiating with the back shavers and the ball shavers, trying to get the best deal, because I felt like the day job, between that, clubs and cruise ships and whatever gig I could cobble together, I'm in a garage. I feel like the day job's nipping at my heels. But as the years have gone by, thankfully, I've been able to create more distance from the day job threat being there, and I just don't have the do whatever it takes anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is great. I'm willing to grow this more, but not if I got to go to Saudi Arabia. I don't want to go do that. You know, I don't want, and no one asked, obviously, but like, but I don't have it. Like, I'm so amazed that Shaquille O'Neal is in everything.
Well, he owns those.
But the fact that he even wants to own any of it, like, you know what I mean? Like the motive. Imagine having 10 lifetimes worth of money, and I'm not knocking Shaquille O'Neal. I think he actually enjoys being in these commercials, owning these companies, lubing these deals. I think he's like interested in that.
But I also think that he's created himself in a very wild position, and I could have some of these details wrong, but from what I understand, all or a good deal of the investment he does to own these is just his likeness.
That's awesome.
So like he's like the top level owner of Papa John's franchises, and I don't think he bought them.
That's great.
Or if he did, it's a trade-off in like very high regard for like the Epson printer. I have a Shaq Epson printer here.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to buy that, but that's the one that he endorses because I think he owns a piece of Epson.
Yeah. And I love Shaquille O'Neal. I think he's great.
I love my printer.
I just mean,
actually,
like,
don't. It's actually a piece of junk, and I'll throw it at him if I ever see it to him. I carry ink with me all the time so I can spray it in his face, see if I can get it all the way up there.
That's so
trash.
great.
Papa John sucks. Hate their pizza. I mean, what are we doing here?
He saved Papa John's. Remember, Papa John was like a racist,
did he?
No. I mean, but like it came out. Which, by the way, how mad is Papa John's? Like, if he would have came out as racist now, they would have sold the most amount of pizza you've ever sold. But the fact that he jumped the gun by a decade on the racism, they're like, whoa, we can't eat Papa John's. Now they're like, Papa John's would be like the sponsor of the Country Music Network. Like, it would have been the best.
I love the idea too that he was a racist, and he's like, all right, I got to fix this. I got to find me a non-white. Ooh, what if we got the biggest one?
7 feet.
I think size will overcome quantity. So if I get one big one, that's like what, 5 regular sized ones? Man, if somebody just saw that part of what we were talking about, that's real bad.
Yeah. We're talking about Papa John.
Papa John.
Also, anyone
and his flared jeans.
Anyone named, I'm sure this joke was done when he came out, or when the news came out that he was a racist, but anyone named Papa.
Yeah,
probably
Papa's a tough one.
Yeah, Papa doesn't have a lot of inclusive thoughts.
It's like anyone named Big Mama.
Yeah. I don't think Papa wants you to play with the gypsies down the street. That's what I'm going to assume. I think Papa has some thoughts, you know?
Yeah. No, Papa's never pro-Palestine.
Oh, God. Yeah. Ah, dear. It's been interesting to watch the continuous fallout of the Riyadh. It's not going away. And it is funny to watch the comedians defend it by going, oh, those are all bots. And I just want to, and they have, what did Bill Burr say? They have a McDonald's. And then there was these lies that there's no women in the audience. I'm like, where'd you read these articles? Because that isn't the issue. I don't think that's anyone's issue, is that they have McDonald's and they didn't let women in the show.
I just watched an interview, the Conan interview.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're skirting the issue on purpose, I kind of understand that.
Right.
Like, you're trying to still like distance yourself. But if you really think that that's the problem, like, what are we doing here, dude?
Yeah, if you genuinely think that's the problem, you have too many payroll people around you and no real people around you.
Yeah.
If everyone's on payroll, they're only telling you the truth they want to tell you to keep you going. We're like, hey, we got to get you this paycheck.
But I feel like a guy like that, though, I'm still gonna consume his product.
That's interesting you say that, because now
I think.
Here's where I'm at. This is the first situation in my life where I relate to the late, great Daryl Jones, the mechanic shop owner, my buddy's dad, because I remember he wouldn't watch certain movies. I would recommend movies to him that I thought he would like. Like, I remember one time I recommended Hell or High Water, that really good bank robbery movie with Jeff Bridges. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I'm not watching that. That Jeff Bridges is a liberal. and I was like, you're missing out on like a good movie. And then now, after being punched in the gut by the whole Bill Burr, Louis C.K. thing, I was like, I don't know if I can watch that. Can
Yeah, I
you
don't
close
know.
that door? Or
Was that are they? Hang on. Hey guys, gentlemen, do you mind just a little whispering? Sorry, I'm on the stream. I don't.
But no, I kind of see what he's saying. Like, I kind of get where that feeling is. Like, I probably will get over it and watch the next Bill Burr special. But also, I could see, like, if it came out today, I don't think I'd watch it. But I mean, if it comes out in a year from now, maybe I'll get over it and then I'll go watch it. But it's the first time I related to that idea of like, I am so disappointed by that I can't watch the thing that they made.
But the interesting part of that, though, is that it's going to come out, and it's going to be a lot about this. And so that's where I think my curiosity is piqued, where I'm like, well, I got to see what they say now.
What if they don't talk about it?
Could you imagine?
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, man, you seen this airplane food? Just revert back to, like, the beginning times. Hey, what's going on with these websites where you got to put your name in place? I mean,
you ever get the confirmation code, but they only give you like 10 seconds to put in? What's up? What
are we doing?
What are we doing here? Yeah, it is one of the best. I don't know if you know Fahim Anwar, but he had a great impression of Sebastian Maniscalco going over to do the Riyadh Comedy Fest. You guys are beheading journalists? Like, he did. I'm not doing it justice, but he did a great Sebastian doing stand-up in front of the Saudi royal family. Just like, you don't let women... Like, it was great.
Don't you got blood on your hands?
You got blood on the envelope of cash you're giving me. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're getting your blood all over my white cop boots. Because I'm Italian.
Turned into dice at the end.
Yeah, at the end. It always kind of ends up back at dice with me, with impressions.
I've told you this before, my two impressions.
Smoking a fake cigarette.
Yeah, they always end up as Macho Man or Japanese. Yeah. Like, no, I could do an accent of my mom, but if I keep going with that accent, it will slowly turn Macho Man, and then like a Japanese accent that is totally either not acceptable today or acceptable for the wrong reasons today. Like, it turns into that, and I'm like, oh god, stop doing a voice.
Well, now if you could do Japanese Macho Man.
Oh,
you almost did it.
Yeah, I know. it is kind of a Macho Man opening promo and a Japanese man impressed by something is like close. Like, if you had AI do both of those, they'd be close on the little audio levels, octaves or whatever that is. The same bass.
Macho Man Randy Savage doesn't have a lot. Like, even the name, that would be some work, but I think it would be doable.
Japanese Macho Man. AI will make it. But no, it's been good. Oh, we're going to hang out in Boston soon. You still down for the Boston shows?
It's in my calendar, baby.
Well, we're going to do it. They got you a hotel. Is your lady coming up with us? We got a hotel room.
Is your lady going with you?
Yeah, because we're going to come to New York early. We're going to try to do some podcasts, not just with you, but I'm going to try to get on to some other podcasts and try to promote the new special that's coming out.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go take the train up to Boston and then fly home from Boston.
I don't see why she wouldn't.
Okay.
I didn't ask her, but I'll tell her she has to.
Yeah. We'll go get some Boston pizza or something.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Yeah.
I might have to go up later. We can talk about this.
Yeah. This isn't for the consumption of others, you know?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, things have been fun traveling.
That's great.
Yeah.
I've not been traveling.
Yeah? Is everything good in New York?
It's good. I'm leaving for Cabo Friday. I'm going to a wedding in Phoenix, and then we fly to Cabo for a honeymoon on this weekend.
You're finally doing the honeymoon.
Finally.
Hey! Sandy tried to slow you down, and then...
She did.
Yeah, but now...
She's on a bus home right now, Becca, from dropping the dog off at her family's house.
For the trip.
Yeah.
That's great.
She goes, "Don't you want to say goodbye?" I go, "Not to her." I've already said goodbye several times.
Oh God. Yeah, we're all glad Sandy's doing better, and you guys finally get to go to Cabo. That's awesome.
And the weather is 86, sunny the entire week.
Delicious. That's how it should be.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So we booked the whole thing on points, right? So this is like a $900 to $1,000 a night resort. We went like as high end as we could.
Yeah.
Total all in after like taxes and fees and all that with round trip flights.
Wow.
Trip, $900.
Whoa.
Total. Yeah, this is like a $10,000 trip that we like worked all of our points that we could and like
good for you.
Crush it. Let me ask you this now.
Okay.
Because I asked this to her and I don't know if I got the right answer. Or I don't know if I got a definitive answer.
Okay.
So I like, we're not spending any money hardly on this.
Right.
But we have a little bit saved up that we can spend and enjoy ourselves. It's a honeymoon, right? You don't want to be like chasing nickels.
Right.
On
you can't. Yeah,
honeymoon.
that's not fun.
But I don't know if I have it in me to not. Like I found a really good like tequileria like shop that does like all like these local small farm stuff. If I were to get a glass of that at the resort, it's gonna be like $60 a glass. But I can get the whole bottle for like $100. So like, am I still being a cheap piece of work for if I go get a really nice bottle or two and have it for the entire trip and I can have my own little thing and
I don't think there's anything. How far away is that? I mean, we're looking at
minutes.
Yeah, it's
not a half a day drive. It's literally 10, 15 minutes from the hotel.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
And I can get it on the way from the airport.
Yeah, is she's against this idea?
No, I don't think she's against it. I think she's just like, well, just, spend the money. Don't spend. I don't know. She's not. I don't think she has an opinion either way. And that's why I was like,
the one thing
curious.
I will say, because Emma and I got into this when we stayed at that very nice hotel in Miami on Chase Sapphire points. Mm-hmm. The fact that you said everything's included, so you're saying meals and stuff?
No. So I'm saying like the hotel, the flight, all the travel and hotel. It's not an all-inclusive. So we still have to pay for that stuff.
That stuff's high.
Still, we're still saving, an insane amount of money because of points.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, the points get you. But, I mean, at that Miami hotel, I'm sure prices are different in Mexico. But who knows with Cabo? They know it's all tourists, so maybe they just jack it all up to match whatever.
Well, we ran the numbers, and like if we just eat at all the nice hotel restaurants and whatever, it's still going to be less than we would have paid for an all-inclusive. So we figured let's blow it on like the high-end stuff.
Yeah, good. I think first of all, just go have fun. And then what I do budgetary-wise is I just set a bunch of money. I set a dollar amount that I'm willing to spend on this trip, on all the nonsense, and then I just take that. Like when we went to Vegas, I went into my little cash, or Emma did. We went into our cash envelope and we're like, we're willing to bet this much. And once this much cash runs out, we will stop betting. And
I saw the last time it was T-shirt money.
Yes, that's what it is. It's my merch money. And then I go, all right, we'll see what we do. And then I was losing it all. And then she asked ChatGPT how to win at slots, and it worked. And she kept winning, and I kept losing. So we ended up, I think we still ended in the positive on gambling just because of her winnings, but I definitely tried to hurt it. So, yeah.
I wonder if you get like the Meta glasses or like some sort of camera glasses that you can connect to ChatGPT so it does it for you.
Oh my God.
Because I played poker the other day and it was just a fun game. But one of the girls that was playing, she was telling ChatGPT what cards, with every move, like, oh, this guy checked, this guy raised, and they would tell her exactly what to do. Wow. And she won constantly. Yeah. It was nuts. And it was a little bit of a cheat, but you could somehow put a camera on. And then it just tells you. Yeah, that'd be pretty tight.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. She was on her phone the entire time at my show in the green room, and I go, "Who are you messaging?" And she's like, "Chat." And I'm like, "What are you looking up?" She's like, "I want to win." And Chat saying, "Go to the old slot machines at these casinos," and listed all these casinos. Most of them were in Old Vegas, which is great because that's where I want to go anyway. Yeah. And she went to the Triple Diamonds or whatever. I forget what the machines are, but she's like the Triple Diamonds, and she hit like She hit 3 times on 3 different machines for like $100, $300, $200, like, and then she even hit for a friend of ours because a whole group of friends went, and she told Kelsey, yeah, hit this machine and just keep playing it. And she put $20 in and she turned it into like $200 or whatever.
Damn.
And you're like, ChatGPT. Oh my God.
Good thing it's not going to bite us in the ass one day.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Did you know that chat took away, you used to be able to upload images of your like injuries or whatever, and now it can't give you medical advice anymore?
Well, then they also can now make porno images. They added that back in, apparently.
So they took away medical, but like, you mean like a fake, like if I wanted to do a naked mic?
I believe so. Becca was telling me
Really?
this the other day.
What a weird thing to put back. Why not medical?
Yeah, it's allowing, as of October 14th, yeah, you can start allowing users to generate porn.
Of people?
Because it just says, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's way more to it, but there's an erotica section now for ChatGPT, and it's in order to compete with other chatbots that are doing it.
Everyone's going to go out of business.
Well, because the two biggest things on the internet is like, it's like shopping and porn. That's it.
Right.
You know, and like by a mile.
Man, imagine if AI gets to a point where it makes food. You know how like you just, I mean, I don't know about I have a lot of food stuff in my Explore feed. It's just desserts. And then by the way, I always hate those videos because then they're like, look at this French toast. And I'm like, pour some maple syrup on it. And then they're like, this is how I made it. And it's like 2 eggs in a bowl. I'm like, I don't care how you made it. Show me more French toast.
Syrup.
Yeah, just pour the syrup and then put your fork in it so all the syrup oozes out and down, and then cut it on. And then I don't need to see you whisking. I don't want to see. I don't care how it's made. Just show me the finished product. But imagine if AI gets to a point where not only can it show you the French toast, but the French toast is. You get to eat it right there. Imagine that.
3D printed food.
But it's like real. Or, you know, I don't know. We got to get RFK on it. Maybe it's going to make maybe it's made of Tylenol. Who knows?
I think that's a thing that's happening, though. Like it's a 3D printer, but it's got all different ingredients in it, and it can actually make the food that you're thinking of.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And if that's not real, and I made that up, I'm a genius.
It actually sounds real. Emma creeped me out. You know the AI app Sora? Because they're the ones doing
so wild.
She took, because I was a model for Safe Journal ads. But like back in Brooklyn, I would like journal, and I would sit at the pond at Prospect Park, and she filmed me. And I was on this road trip, and she sent me a video. Check this ad that I had Sora make for Safe Journal. And the thumbnail was my hand holding the journal, and I play the video, and then it's a woman. Like the AI she didn't even upload the video. She just said make a Safe Journal video, and AI found this video of me and just put a blonde woman in my jacket with my hands and said all this stuff, and it was so jarring to expect yourself, and then you see somebody else and you're like, oh my God. It was upsetting, and I was like, this is creepy, and she didn't even know what I was talking about. Then I explained it. She's like, oh, that is pretty creepy. Yeah.
Is it creepy because you found out through AI that you have lady hands? Because AI went, that's a woman.
Even with the male wedding ring.
Based on her fingers.
Based on her, you know how many times during meet and greets people go, your hands are so soft.
Ooh,
and it upset, like, I think they're being nice, whatever, but like, I even lift weights. I have calluses. I started playing the guitar. I got callousy fingertips over here, and I got callousy here's because of the lifting of the weights, and they're like, your hands are just so supple. And
you should tell people that when you have soft hands. Oh, I lift weights.
What about right there? What about right there?
You should just apologize. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, my hands they don't work. They don't work.
I'm a comedian.
Yeah. You know what my hands do? They pick up coffee and then they hold soft microphones, and they open rental car doors.
They do this at airports. Boop. What do you think's going to happen?
I eat French toast with this hand. These are French toast hands.
Oh,
That's
I'm sorry.
What these
The
are.
Amex Lounge tongs aren't rough enough for your liking.
Do you have any idea the hand soap that they have at the Amex Lounge? It's like
I had
butter.
to wait for a shower at the Amex Lounge. You think I'm not working hard over here?
I got a callus on my shoulder blade from the loofah at the shower at the Amex Lounge. Tell me I don't work hard. Yeah, I don't. But yeah, I have soft, supple hands, and AI is going to kill us all. But
hands.
At least someone's going to make a lot of money off of it. I actually had this idea. I don't know if I can make a joke about it because I don't even know if it's funny. I don't even know if it makes any sense. But I was on a flight, and the guy next to me was watching CNBC. Is that the money one with all the graphs? Sure. And, they're talking about the S&P 500 and the other ones, which are indexes that you can put money on, which is a bunch of companies slopped together.
Are you explaining this to me?
No. I'm going to get to the thing that I
was
think...
just making sure. I was just trying to decide if you were trying... The stock market, Mike, it's a trading place for... You own little pieces of businesses.
Here's my point.
Yes.
Are we investing in companies that are screwing us? Because
Yes.
I looked at the companies in the S&P 500, like they had a few of them listed, and I'm like, those are all companies that have been price gouging us, blaming it on inflation, and they say the reason they can't lower prices is because they have investors to appease. And I'm like, that's us. So if I have 50 grand in the S&P 500, but every year that's going up, but every year I have to pay these companies because every year they keep jacking up their rates. Am I making any money, or am I doing this as the water rises? Like, I don't, it seems insane that's like, am I just noticing that, or has everyone known this forever and I'm like the last guy to the party?
I've not heard it in that terms, so I think this could be a bit.
Okay.
But also, you're 100% right.
It's kind of like...
By the way, they don't care about you because something like 14% of all investors are retail. Everyone else is institutional.
What's institutional?
Like big funds, like hedge funds. And
hedge funds, which are betting on failures, aren't they?
Depends.
Oh, okay. Depends on what they're betting on. But I was trying to give a comparison on putting your money into like the S&P 500 or any of these companies that then in turn raise their rates. So then you pay more, even though you're making more money because they're appeasing you. But then you end up paying more. So you're not doing anything really. It's almost like if you live in California, you're like, I'm going to invest in wildfires. Like they happen a lot and we can make money off of them. I mean, it will burn your house down eventually, but at least I get to make some money off the wildfires.
Yeah, like that money that you made, you can buy a new house.
Yeah, I can maybe buy a new house if I've made enough, because they're also going to jack the rates up on building materials and everything. I don't know. Like it just, I don't know how to explain it without saying the F word a lot. But it just seems asinine.
Is that F word fraud?
Yeah. Because I actually, when I was looking up why Vegas is so expensive, even though people aren't, like their attendance is down, so shouldn't that mean the prices come down? Isn't that how supply and demand works? If you have a lot of supply and not a lot of demand, shouldn't it come down? And I watched this guy made a YouTube video. I don't know if his information is accurate, but they said Vegas cannot lower their room rates. They cannot do that because they have stockholders to appease every quarter. And if they don't show growth, they're going to fire the board, the CEO, everyone's going to go away. So they have to keep their rates up because they're beholden to stockholders.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, which is us. I mean, it's a bunch of us. The reason we can't afford to go to Vegas is because we put our Roth IRAs into MGM resorts, and now we're like, I can't afford to stay at the stupid Lion Casino. Yeah, because you're trying to retire, you dummy. You're betting against yourself, I think. I think I might be dumb. I never went to college. I have a 2.75 GPA. I recently learned how to do percentages. So I'm an idiot, but I feel like I might be right about this.
I think you are.
And it makes me sad.
Well, hey, buddy, I hate to cut this really non-depressing thing short, but I have a show. I
Go
gotta
do
get
it.
started here, buddy.
Go
hit
do
the
it.
hour.
It's great chatting with you, and I'll see
too,
you.
pal.
We'll set up next
see you
week.
in November.
Yeah, see you soon.
Well, I'll see you soon. All right, buddy.
Later.
Sorry to have to bail.
No. I'm glad we left on that point. Later, Mike.
All right, see you, bud.
And that is the show for this week. How's it looking, Emma?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Do you want to get on camera for a second?
Absolutely.
You still look beautiful.
Thank you.
Just so you know. I think that's been the show for this week. I hope you like the angle. I hope you like the ficus. Is this a ficus?
It's an olive tree.
It's an olive tree, and it's not real. But you know what else isn't real? I guess that's it. Everything else is pretty real. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I don't know how to end these things. I'm going to go away. I hope you have a great week. Ciao, everybody.
Trekking, heavier, traveling light. There's one thing that's right wherever I go. That's where I am.